Well, I said it, right? It's gonna come down to one mistake, and that's why we lost this battle. Do have some calc to show off, but you know, calc more to show off how well Carlos has prepped. So yeah, let's just get into it. It's gonna be a quick review, so I'm gonna put it on slow so I can keep up. So we lead off with Klefki, that was the plan, and Iron Hands. So we toxic this thing because we don't know if it's belly drum, we don't know anything yet. He vote switches out. We had 5 of them correct, and out comes Golem. Now this Golem is gonna be the bane of my existence in this one. It was very obvious it was Magnet Pool, but just judging, so first off, this EQ crit, and that crit 100% mattered because I could actually live 1 hit. The reason why I wanted to live 1 hit was so I can get the toxic off on it and start stalling it. Because I also just wanted, because you know, I get it, Magnet Pool sturdy and Showdown tells you, oh, you might not be able to switch. But I'm also like, if I had the toxic off and was able to do more things, he doesn't have Iron Head, he doesn't have Rock Head, so while charging super effectively into me, full sending it, that'll hurt his Golem long run. So I'm kind of disappointed with the crit here, but I'm also kind of thankful, 50-50, but the crit 100% matters in killing Klefki. That's the 2 points there. Like, want to status the Golem, couldn't, because the Earthquake 100% killed the Klefki with the crit 100% mattered. Okay? So now we go out into Gastrodon here. Now he always switches out because Earth Power is a thing, right? But that also tells me he is choiced in some fashion with that EQ. And I Earth Power, and it's a 2-shot on the Iron Hands. He can't really do much to me anymore with that Iron Hands, so I'm just going to click Earth Power again, and out comes Gardevoir. He traces, trying to trace my Storm Drain there, the clever move on Carlos's behalf there. And I switch out into the Cinder Ace. What does he do? Grass Knot. So that's why we switch. We prepped for Grass Knot this one. We knew Grass Knot was here. Grass Knot was literally littered Emboar and Gardevoir. Maybe Exploud. But we knew that was a thing. So that's why we switched out. Okay? And I think that was really good. Here comes the Pyro Ball. Big chunk of damage. Okay? Reflect is gone. Whatever. That's very scary for us. Out comes Gastrodon. And we're going to eat a Flare Blitz. Excuse me. So as you can see, right? He's thinking Recoil and Life Orb. I'll show you the calc now. With Life Orb, oh, that's Scarf. Life Orb, he does about 74% of damage. And we recover, we're at 75% HP of damage. So this is where I ask again, does Showdown round up? But even so, this should round down because you only round up when it's 5 and greater. Because what you'll see here is, now I one-shot this thing with the Earth Power. This is why I stated I knew Grass Knot was a thing, but for whatever reason, Grass Knot killed, and that's because I know this because I asked them, or not asked them. We talked over Facebook when we have to post the battles. If you notice on the Facebook page, so what he said, he prepared for a Spadef Gastro, and he actually had 120 in Grass Knot, which means so that's about 152, 132, about something like this. Maybe his spread was something like this, perhaps. So he had 120 preparing for a Spadef Gastro. So all credit to him. I thought I kept it as physical Gastro because of, look at his team for freak's sakes, Iron Hands, Golem, Emboar, Scizor, right? Of course I'm going to be more defensive, but he prepped for a Spadef one, so kudos to him. He beat me in the prep game because I knew Grass Knot was a thing, was not prepared. I knew the calc was 75. Actually, I went in assuming Choice Scarf, like we said, like how we had it earlier. So that's why you seen my reaction of what? I thought I did the calc correct. was actually, I thought it was this. Choice Scarf. Embor. So even more so I had of a reason to stay in. But clearly that didn't happen. Yeah, I don't think that's bad prepping on my part. I still think I Earth Powered here. Because if I live, what does he go into? And even if it was Golem, I can get him to Wild Charge me or Earthquake me and get a clean switch in. So I still think I Earth Powered and be okay. The other option would have been, let's see, the other option would have been Drago, and probably just click EQ, which I think that might have been the better play, to be honest with you. But also I didn't want to take too much damage because I needed something to take the Gardevoir on. So, and I say that because in the team builder I knew I could take, it said I could take 3, we'll get into that too. But yeah, this was unexpected because I did 3 rounds of calc. I did naive and I did jolly, and then I did timid. Where is timid? Right, and they all do significant. Well, timid does the same thing as naive. So I knew the numbers going in. You obviously prepped around for a different type of gastro. So if I brought a different type of gastro, would have done better. But you know, all credit to Carlos for playing that very well. So I send out Regidrago now. And realistically, I probably should switch into it. He taunts me because I've only been bringing D-Dance Regidrago. I don't know, maybe it was 2 videos I probably had the Regidrago D-Dancing. So that's probably what he prepped for. There's even more so than I could have just clicked EQ. Or switched in and just clicked EQ. And here comes the Gardevoir stuff. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, it was very obvious the calc was wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. We did live it. We did live it. And if I had D-Dance, I actually could have killed it. But yeah, that's a mistake on our part here. Now, here's the game-changing moment, I think. We probably should have gone Celesteela here. And I say that because I think he has Mystical Fire and Thunderbolt. He knows I have to autotomize to outspeed him. And if I do that, then Scizor and you know whatnot. But we do this here. He switches into Exploud. I probably should have gone Celesteela here, is what I'm saying. We got lucky with the crit Pyro Ball, so we knocked out Exploud. That's fine. Out comes the Golem. Now, with Golem, we knew a EQ, right? Or was it Wild Charge? Wild Charge. So yeah, that's why we couldn't bring Celesteela in. Because, so this is where I think was another mistake too. You know how I said it was Scarf Golem? He was actually Banded Golem. And with Banded Golem, he doesn't outspeed, but he does kill with the Wild Charge. So I don't really know, maybe I don't know really what was the better option there. Maybe I could have lived. Let's calculate it. Let's calculate it. Celesteela, let's calculate it actually. We have the thing up, we might as well just do it. Here, Choice Scarf, Wild Charge. Yeah, look, that 100% kills. But look, Choice Scarf. You see, Choice Scarf, he outspeeds, he was jolly. Band. Choice Band. Where's the Choice Band? Choice Band. Choice Band 100% kills. So, what does that mean? That means that earlier switch, what I was talking about with the Drago and the Gardevoir stuff, that was actually when I should have sent in Celesteela. Because right now, this thing is the bane of my existence. Flower Trick, Knockout Golem. Sends in Scizor for free. And instead of going Cinderace, actually, I probably should have just gone into Celesteela. With quick attack one shots. and I can't really do much. He's life orb. Close combat will knock me out now that we know he's life orb boosted. Yeah, one shot, and yeah, Scizor just cleans up. So could we argue that Sucker Punch might have won us the game here? Maybe. Let's calculate that. Maybe I did poor prepping on the Meowscarada. Scizor Swords Dance. There it is, close combat. I don't know your spread, so I'm just gonna think it's this one. And I don't think you have any investment. So if we did minus and minus, and we turned Toxic Spikes into Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, no, Sucker Punch wouldn't have killed. Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't have mattered either way. But yeah, I mean, we made that one mistake and it cost us dearly. Should have been able to save should have been able to save Gastro. Actually, no, not save. Well, we should have been able to save Gastro going to Drago, and then after Ember goes down, do the same play, go into Celesteela, and then Celesteela autotomizes. We can take a hit and then go forward and sweep and win, because we can take the Bullet Punch too, because Bullet Punch to Celesteela only did, says it only does 23%. And if we did Gardevoir Mega, I'm gonna guess Wall Breaker with Mystical Fire. I'm gonna guess this Mystical Fire, 73%. So we would have lived barely. We would have barely lived it. And then Scizor, let's just go assume choice. You know he was offensive, so even at -1. Oh, -1's a Tuco. So maybe yeah, maybe that wasn't even the match at all. Well, I mean, if we did that, then Gastro could have probably cleaned up the mess. So, or Meowscarada. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Either way, that was the move to make, and we didn't make the move, and he capitalized on that mistake, and we lost very badly because of it. I say lost badly because of it, because I mean, yeah, I don't like seeing 3-0 in the draft format. I rather see the 1-0 or even the 2-0. So we did worse in that one. Wild Charge would have killed. He was banded. Here's the choice band, and I mean, yeah, we just made one mistake, and that's all it mattered. That's all it was. One mistake, and he won the game. So now we're sitting at 3-2, and we have Calvin and Ross left. Calvin, I believe he lost this week, so I don't know. Maybe he is beatable after all. Maybe he is beatable after all. So, you know, we have a chance. We have a chance. The unbeatable is finally beaten, so we have a chance. We're gonna put on a good show, and if we win, we get the win. If we lose, we better make it a good loss. But it's gonna be a great match. I know he's gonna play very fantastically. He's gonna essentially make up for that loss. So we gotta be on our A game for the next coming week. And then Ross, we'll focus on Ross after, one game at a time, of course. The key is to not take a very bad loss again, because we want to make it into that top 16 bracket. If we have a good showing against Calvin and we can beat Ross, I think we can get in. But again, one game at a time. It is disappointing that we lost again, but again, the game is done. We have to focus on this one against Calvin next. So until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time in another team builder against Calvin, and we'll see how we do. Until then, goodbye.